Welcome to another episode of Careering 101. My name is Serafina and I'm here today with Christoffer Joergensen. He is a Swiss artist with a bachelor's degree in fine art from the Shaw School, and he also has a master's degree in photography from the Royal College of Fine Art.
Royal College of Art, yeah. Exactly.
Royal College of Art, exactly. So let's start with the first question. What was your idea about your career when you first started working?
When I first started out, I think that I had, on the one hand, this idea that I was going to be a successful artist. I was going to, show in beautiful, big, white spaces, have a really hot gallery to work with, have my first, museum show before I'm 40 or 35 or something like that. And on the other hand, I was quite skeptical about the art world in general. I thought it had become too professionalized in a way and too career-oriented. And I had a sort of romantic idea of becoming an artist and working away on my stuff and not caring about the world in a way.
And what were your first steps after you finished your master's degree?
When I came out, I really thought, okay, I'm going to focus on writing a novel. And the idea was that the novel would start where a Hollywood film ends. A guy has saved the world. He's a scientist, and he has to figure out now what he wants to do with his life. And sort of reality hits, and his wife tells him to do the dishes again, and so things like that. And so recently, a friend of mine suggested that this was obviously kind of autobiographical, because when you're in college, you think that you're going to basically change the world, right? It's easy, and you're going to make a difference. And when you get out of college, at some point, reality hits, and you start almost adopting the opposite position, where you are saying, look, what do I matter, or what can I change? I'm just one of 1,000 artists working away, in their studios, and so it's interesting now when I think about it, like which position is more truthful in a way, because in a way it's true that you're just one of many, but I think that you can make a difference. It's just a lot harder. It's a bit more painful than you would have thought when you were still in college.
What was the point when you decided to focus solely on art?
I have been doing a little bit of everything almost. I tried to, as I said, write a novel. I also tried working with my parents, working with my father. I was working with a graphic designer also on maybe doing some artists' books together, and so I tried all these kinds of different things. And then in 2008 I came back to Switzerland, and I said to myself, look, you better do what you're good at. And so I said to myself, take some basic rules. 1, okay, you're going to be an artist. 2, you are going to try to make a living with your art. And 3, you're going to use photography as your basis, as a kind of basic medium to work with or from. And I've been doing that ever since, and that has given me a kind of structure and a kind of hold that is important to have when you are a creative guy, because you need some kind of structure, otherwise you get lost. I think that's my opinion.
In this day and age, what does it then mean to be an artist?
It means two really conflicting things. On the one hand, you have the romantic picture of the artist as this guy who just works away in his studio, being led by the artistic process, and not knowing where he's going with it. On the other hand, you have this more professionalized, more career-oriented picture of the artist as a guy, who is basically has his own company in a way. I'm driven by both aspects, the romantic aspect and the financial aspect. And I think the financial aspect is like a pressure that comes from outside of becoming a successful artist, and then you have the artistic side, which comes from inside, and that's a pressure to just produce work, So those are the two sides, the almost conflicting sides that I'm, stuck with.
Can you actually live from the artworks that you create?
Not always. I still do some commercial photography as well. It depends on how the sales go, basically, or how my exhibitions go.
So what are your goals for the future?
I'm gonna continue what I'm doing. It's almost like, I'm an artist, and I'm sort of, it's a bit of a cliche to say that you are driven to do what you are doing, but it's almost like you don't really have a choice. You just continue to work, and I'm just going to continue to try and show as much and to do as well, financially as I can with what I'm doing. That's basically the plan.
Finally, can you give any advice to those who might want to start on a similar career path?
Yes, although I must say that I would not have listened to any advice when I was starting out. So it's probably not the best thing to do. But, it doesn't matter what I say, because either you have to do it and then you do it no matter whether you become successful or not, or you don't have to do it and then you stop at some point. And, you do something else. And that's okay. It's okay to do something else.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Christoffer.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed this interview, and I got some insights into what it's like to be an artist. And I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.